Good morning. I think I'm live on Instagram up top. Sparkly, beautiful and sparkly. Ooh, good morning. Good morning. And below is YouTube. I got a jam-packed hour. So let me just get situated. And thank you, Jesus, for another amazing hour with my beautiful creative friends. And Lord, you have been so amazing in my life, and you just continue to just carry me through some tough times, and then you uplift me through some good times too. So thank you for being my best friend, being my father, being my guide, being an amazing God. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, who is up top? Tell me a name. Give me so I can say hi to you. D Baker 12. So Instagram, you do not know my title, but my title. Let me get. I thought I was prepared, but I'm not completely. I'm just going to. Oops, that was not the right one. It's not the right copy and paste. Let's try again. My title, Instagram, is #SockSanity 2021 and taking over the world. Yeah, no joke. So, Socksanity 2021 and taking over the world. That is my title. I'm going to make that my banner across my YouTube. I have always said I am a master crocheter, self-proclaimed master crocheter. I can do anything anybody does in the crochet world. And I'm a prolific knitter. And I've always said that if I ever make socks, if I ever learn the skill set to make socks, to knit socks, I will take over the world. And let me tell you how close I am to taking over the world. Cuff down, heel flap. I even added the fancy seed. Is it seeds? Not seed stitch. Slip stitch. Heel. I'm all the way down. I got my gusset. I narrowed. And now I'm just easy peasy on the foot. And then just, what do you call it? Kitchener stitch to close it up. And I'm done. My first pair. So I've done a fake pair before with really fat yarn and toe up with an afterthought heel, which is kind of like a fake, like basically tube. And then they showed me how to do it with a lifeline in the middle, and you know what I mean. And I created some increases and decreases, but never this. And so this was the monster that has been plaguing me for years of like, if I like, this is such a hard thing, you know, to learn. And I said, if I ever acquired the skill set, I'm taking over the world. And so not only did so I'm going to backtrack. Was it 2 weeks ago? I don't even know, because I haven't been live in 2 weeks, just all the things, but I'm going to be live consistently now on Saturdays at 9 a.m. only because I have so much, now that I'm getting ready to take over the world, because I'm so close to taking over the world. I just have so many things that I want to share with you guys. So this is a jam-packed hour today. So a couple weeks ago, I joined Socksanity 2021 with Adventures with Yarn. It's in the show description in the YouTube, adventureswithyarn.com. You guys, if you guys used to belong to Ravelry, which I used to, and I never really, I never participated in it, but they came up with that ridiculous policy, and so I left it, knowing that I didn't know what kind of a group I was leaving. But let me tell you, I had no idea what a creative community was all about. Like, I had no idea. I have a Dare to Be Original Facebook group on Facebook, which I am looking to eventually leave Facebook. So I'm going to phase everybody out of that Facebook group to join me in adventureswithyarn.com. So go create an account. It's a free account. It's like Ravelry. I don't know. I don't even know if I can even say it's like Ravelry, but if you are looking for a creative community, go join that website. It's free. Create an account and then join the groups that you see. But my VK Dare to Be Original podcast, which revolves around these lives, is all going to be in there. And basically, I'm going to make my announcements in there. I'm going to post my controversial post in there. I'm going to share all the things in there because it will not censor me. That website will not censor me. It's an independently owned website, which I know the creator of that website personally. And she did it, she created it for a community so that we wouldn't be censored. So you can be all kinds of you can love Ravelry and be in part of this group and she would not censor you. Like that's how we're in such a crazy cancel culture world where if you do not think like me and talk like me and sound like me and look like me, well then you not cannot be a part of me. Like so goofy. But oh look at I got some beautiful people here. Ellie, I'm so close to taking over the world. So close. So close. Who else is here? Amelia Joy, good morning. Good morning. I was trying to think. There was a friend that I had that had the backwards name, so I wasn't sure. Ravelry. Yeah. I don't know what emoji you got there because it doesn't show me. StreamYard doesn't show me. But maybe it's just tongue sticking out. Are you vomiting on Ravelry? Listen, so I joined Sock Sanity. So she Adventures with Yarn has her own podcast, so she has her own group, and inside her group in there she started a sock sanity contest, and so I participated in it knowing that I've never made socks before, terrified of it, and I thought that if this is the time that I'm going to learn the skill set, I'm going to do it in a community where they're all working on it. So if I have any questions, I can ask them at that moment and they'll be able to help me out with. And let me tell you, they've gone above and beyond. If you follow the hashtag SockSanity2021 on Instagram, you can see all the people that are participating in this and all the beautiful creations that they've made. We are using a free pattern. What is it? The Rye Light Socks by Tin Can Knits 2020. Amazing pattern for a beginner. I am a beginner, but I am knitting with two at a time. So I mean that's how I do. Oh yeah, Ravelry sucks. So that's how I roll. So I go big or go home. So I was like, I have ridiculous whip problem, a work in progress problem, and so I know second sock syndrome is going to be very strong in me. Like I know it. I have no doubt. If I make one sock, I'm going to be hard pressed to make the second sock. If I make a sleeve, I'm going to be hard pressed to make a second sleeve. I create scarves one of a kind because I don't want to duplicate, because I can't duplicate, because I have no interest in duplicating. So that's why I just know for a fact that, doing one sock at a time is just not going to be, it's not going to be my strong point. So I figured I had to learn two at a time off the bat. Two at a time off the bat, because I do one of a kind creations. So, and then this way it'll always be even. It'll always be, so if I go off tangent, I'll be able to go off tangent at the same time and not have to worry about, you know. So I knew I had to master this skill set. So I was doing that while learning something brand new, while trying to figure out gusset. So I have a couple posts on Instagram showing you how long it took me to do that heel turn while staying on the same thing. I had to get 2 circulars. I had to get double points. I had to do all this stuff. And I know that you don't have to, because my next set I won't have to, but I needed all those extra needles to figure out what I was doing, and so to keep the sock in pattern and in same rotation so I can get it back. So it was crazy. It was bananas for a while. It was like figuring out rocket science for a while, like nuclear engineer power plant kind of deal. It was nuts, but I figured it out and I'm back to normal. And now I'm just doing the circles, and then I will be done, almost done. And then I'm taking over the world. I'm just warning everybody now in this video that I'm close to taking over the world. So in the middle of all this and figuring all this out, I just had my creative juices flowing. I discovered an amazing lady on YouTube called the Crazy Sock Lady. The Crazy Sock Lady. She's like phenomenal. And she just obsessed with making socks. And so she has a bunch of great tutorials on there. And so I've just been enjoying her channel a lot. And it's good to know all those different methods. I don't know if I'll ever use them, like, with the double points and all that, because like I said, if I make socks, I'm going to do 2 at a time just because my single sock syndrome. But it just inspired me to share, because she, like, in her weekly videos, she shares all her whips that she's in the middle of working on. And that was fun, going through her videos of showing her journey, and I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on, all my whips, right? Because I'm crazy and I have all these whips. I don't know if every creative knows how many whips do you guys have, right? There was somebody that said, I bought so many stitch markers. Where are they? Oh, where are all my stitch markers? And so I replied to her, your stitch markers are all in the inside of all of your whips. So show me all of your whips and I'll find you all your stitch markers, which is true for everybody. That's how I knew that answer for her. And she laughed. I think it was Murder Knits that I was talking to. So who also has a YouTube channel, so go subscribe to her. She's got an awesome podcast as well. So I realized, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I have like 40, 50 knits, 40, 50 whips, right? And I was like, I will show all the things I'm working on. So I was like I was cleaning my studio a little bit. I was cleaning the background. I was going through stuff, and it hit me, and all this stuff that I thought that I had whips like out there, like draining my energy, going and feeling guilty about it. I'm like, I start stuff and then I never finish, and I start stuff, I never finish. And I'm like, I have all these open projects that I'm in the middle of working on. And then I realized, I'm like, so I'm going through everything, trying to pull it for this hour to show you all this stuff. And it turns out that I really don't have that. I started stuff and I learned some stuff, but then I just stopped. And then I took the yarns out, like I took the needles out, and basically it's just a bag of yarn that was partially worked on, because I thought that it would, see, I'll start things, I'll get a yarn and I let the yarn do the work. So I'll start stuff and then I either don't like the way it looks or I get bored of it. If I get bored of it, I don't pick it back up, or I'll move on to the next thing. I'll learn a new project. I'll learn something, a new skill, and that keeps my interest. So I just do what keeps my interest and what I find exciting. And then I'll complete it if I stay engaged with it, right? But all those whips that I have that I thought I had already like walked away from. And all it is just bags of yarn that I need to recake and reinvent a project that would work better with that yarn. So they weren't actually whips that were unfinished. They weren't works in progress. They were just my templates of starting something. So I basically have a bunch of piles of bagged yarn that started with a project that I did not want to move forward with. That's what it is. my current whips are I did not want to move forward with. So in my head, I had all these anxieties and insecurities about me starting stuff without finishing things, And I was just like, no, I'm just going to give myself grace, and that's what those piles are. So those ended up being a lot, right? Those ended up being a lot. So I currently do not have a lot of whips to show you, but I do have some stuff to show you. So I was like, so this is my beautiful project bag. So a lot of people have asked me what. So basically, this Dare to Be Original channel is going to still say the hard things. I'm still going to talk about the hard things because I think that's what God put me on this earth to do, to say the hard things, because a lot of people are afraid to say hard things. And I just want to show you guys what it like. I just want to show you what it looks like to say hard things, and you can still be alive. So that was my biggest fear. Was I was afraid to be myself because then I would die from my own fear. You know what I mean? To be myself. So I'm over it, and I'm just on here to show everybody else that you can get over it too. So I'm still going to say the hard things. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you all the creative stuff in my world. So a lot of people have asked me, what is this project bag? I can't, there's no shop. A family friend, my model's mother actually, went to Laos and came back with this. I believe this is a hand stitched work of art that she gifted me as a souvenir. So it's a project bag that I'm just going to use and love on. And then look at, you can do that. So if you know how to sew, this is a great idea to make a project bag. And if you guys, so here's another thing. If you're watching and you're brand new and you know yarn shops and you know anybody that wants to be featured or me to use my platform to share and help out small businesses, get in contact with me. Send me some stuff. I will be happy to share any of your work, any of your yarn. If you have a yarn shop and you need a designer to make something and create something to share to get your yarn out, give me a call, contact me. All my info is there. DM me, send me a message, and I will be happy to work up a project for you. And then maybe you have your yarn in a pattern, which I've done with Ellie here. Ellie is Sanko Farms. Let me give it a tag. Where's Ellie? Ellie, is YouTube. I did my, what is it? The Mary scarf, which I believe, is the Mary scarf sold? Oh no, Mary scarf is in inventory, but it's on the website, and I do have that pattern. So, and yes, Ellie, eventually 2021, I will be getting into that and spinning my yarn. I will be learning how to spin yarn eventually. So I don't even know. This is all over the place. So this is my current whip that I have going on right now. I started this before I joined Sock Sanity. So I was almost done, and I would have been done with this weeks ago had I not spent 2-3 weeks deterred on this. And by the way, I have up to March 22nd to get to round 2. So this is round 1. And I thought I was going to be done a lot faster, but let me tell you, working with finger weight, that is some crazy times. And worse yet, because I have a daytime job, so I only have limited time to create, probably like an hour in the evening. But I also cannot play with finger weight with my contacts, which basically means I have to remove my contacts and then take my glasses off to knit. So that takes so that's like an evening time. So, but what I can do is knit this while watching TV with my husband, because then I can see this because it's big. But this is my new. Oh, that's from the Lila. That's from Lila, the sheep. Your sheep, Lila. Yes, that's right. That's what I love about working with small business. I love that. I love that the wool that comes from the animals that you love and care for. So this is my current whip. It's seed stitch. Seed stitch is my favorite knit seed stitch. I don't know what size this this I love this circular needle. It's from, oh, I can't think of her name. I cannot think of her name. It'll get to me. When when I figure it out, I'll add it in the show description of what circular needles I'm using. But I absolutely love her. I cannot think of her name. She's female. She used to she had a show, and then she's, I think, a star, like a TV star. I need to pop on. Hold on, where are we at? And see everyone's progress. Yes, that's what I'm gonna. When I get off here, I get an email of what everybody's saying, so I've been like paying attention to what they've been doing, but I haven't popped on to actually look at the videos or to actually look at the photos of that Stock Sanity. But everybody's like almost done, and there are a few that are at my pace. But like I said, I'm the turtle. I'm the turtle, or I'm the snail riding the turtle in a race. So I go at my own pace. But sometimes I go really, really fast. Like I went hard and heavy in the beginning, but now I know what I'm doing. So now it's like slow moving because I just have to do the foot, which is going in circles. I'm getting a little blocked up here. So this is how much yarn I have left of these two. So I'm going to finish this out. So I started this with the pink, and then I did the pink and cream all the way through, and I'm going to end with the white on the other side, like a white solid, the same as the back. So I'm going to keep going until I run out of the pink, and then the white solid will be on the other side of this. And I'm super, super excited about this. I think this is, and I'm deciding on that white if I want to do a slit so that so that you don't have to make a knot with the scarf. And that'll be a new creation. And then if I do enough of those, I will, I haven't gone through this bag. This is just a bag that that I have. What is it? 9 West bag that I have. So I just put all my stuff in there right now. So that's one current project that I have a whip on. And oh, I forgot. Look I did finish this. I wasn't sure I had finished this, but I didn't photograph this. But it is ready. It'll be ready in the shop. This is from, I don't remember. I do so many things, but I'm actually getting a little bit more organized now. Where when I start a project, I will show you that one day. When I start a project, I put it in Asana, and so and then I enter all the yarn information in there and the needle size and what cast on that I start with, so that I and if I have a pattern that I follow, but I rarely follow patterns, and that's why everything is always just free floating. So that's my current whip. So a lot of people have asked me, how do I store my stuff? This is my favorite thing right now. I got this, I think this case at Hobby Lobby with a 40% off coupon, but right now my Hobby Lobby doesn't have the 40% off coupon anymore. I just discovered it this week. Hey, Jen. Ooh, okay. So this is how, this is a marker case that I put my crochet hooks in there. So if you guys want to see, this is my crochet hooks, all my scissors, and then this bag you've seen in my photos is it's got all my stitch markers are in there. This is a sewing kit that I got, but it came up with the scissors and everything, and there's bite marks in there because Eddie got into it. And at first I was like so upset that he's got bite marks in there. Like I was like so upset because I was like, this is one of my prized possessions here, because I absolutely love this little case set. And then puppy Eddie bit into it. And then I just thought, you know what? Instead of like being really upset, I was just like, this is just going to remind me that I had a cute little beagle pup, and he was a pain in my ruckus. One day he will be like 12 years old, and and I'm going to forget how cute he was. And this little bite mark will remind me of it. So once I flipped that script, he ended up staying alive. I didn't end up killing him. So So I have this is my interchangeable. I want to know her name. Who is this lady? Oh, do you guys know, do you recognize this needle set? I cannot think of her name, and because I really love these needle sets. It's pointy, it's smooth. This is the interchangeable set. Oh my God. Norville. Is it Kate Norville? No. What's her name? Deborah Norville? I think it's Deborah Norville. That's her. I love her needle sets. You aren't the only slow sock knitter. I just got the toes of my sock sanity sock. Oh, you just got the toes? You just got to the toe? That's not, dude, you're way faster than me. I am the snail on top of the turtle. What the heck? That's fast, dude. I'm hoping to get this done by this weekend. That's a start, Katie. Oh, wait. Or did you start? No, because we're going cuff down. So if you're on the toes, you're at the end. Deborah Norville. Thank you, Bonnie. Deborah Norville. I will feel so much better now. I thought my brain was going to freeze there. Do you hate that when you like want to remember something and it's just stuck and I can't move forward? Deborah Norville. I love her needle sets. So I store my goodies in here, and so I'm on that master crocheter, so all my crochet hooks are in here, right? But I have these what do you call these things? There's a ruler here, and it's got all the needle size. Oh, good, I can tell you what size this needle was now that I have this thing here. So I have this thing right here, and so I needed a place to stick this. So what I did was I just crocheted front and back loop so that it's stretchy. Let us know how far you get. I can't wait. Oh, Sabrina is a knitting expert. She makes amazing stuff. But look at Sabrina from Africa. I'm so close to taking over the world, Sabrina. So this is my front, this is my back, and there's my heel. Look at my heel, and look at, I even went fancy. I went rogue from the pattern, and I added that slip stitch heel, so because they said that it makes it more durable, so it's extra cushion and more durable. But I'm gonna be honest with you. So I was supposed to start off with a 1, right? A 1, and then supposed to switch to a 2, but I was too cheap to go buy the 2, so I stayed with the 1. Well, I couldn't find the 2. I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't find the 2 because these small size needles are hard to get at the store off the bat. So so this was the only size 1 I could get, and it's in 29-inch, which is nowhere near, because they say if you're going to use 2, you should be using minimum 32 or 40. So I couldn't find minimum 32 or 40. So all I found was 1 and 29. So I'm working with a tight rope here. I'm on a tight rope, which is why it's taking me so long. Because now I'm being extra finicky. And what I don't like about this one is it's taking me forever to move this stitch over. I don't know if I'm too tight or what, but so I fear the sock might be just slightly too small for me. But it's pretty stretchy, so I'm thinking I can stretch it out and still wear it. And if it gets too impossible, because I don't want to rip it, I'll give it to my model who is like tiny. So these socks will go for if I can't wear them. But and then I do have the correct size 2 now, which I'm really excited about to use. And I'm trying really hard not to cast on another one thing, because I want to finish this off so that I can stay in the contest for round 2. I cannot wait for round 2. And for a brief second, yes, I actually think that I have a chance at winning this Sock Sanity, even though there are people that are in there that did it in 2 days. The heel is so pretty as long as it fits. Yep, that's how I feel, as long as it fits, Sabrina. I love Chow sock needle sets. I would love it too if it's in my budget. Maybe one day, someday. I have not been gifted those beautiful sets yet, but I do drool over them from everybody else. So I was like, if I'm going to be a knitting master and a crochet master, I need to figure out how to organize my circular needle sets. So I've had a few over the years, and I've just throw them in this thing. I got to organize this basket bin there. But so I was looking for ways to organize my fixed circular needle sets, and I was watching a couple YouTube videos, and I saw like I could sew and make cases, which I absolutely love. But learning how to sew and doing all that stuff is just a whole other mountain to climb. And so I was like, if I get gifted one of those, I would absolutely cherish it. But since I'm not going to sew myself right now, it's just not my priority, because when you're on the quest of taking over the world in the sock world, you there's no time to sew right now. Okay. So I figured out another way. So I found this awesome idea. So you get a big binder, right, which I've already had at the house. I basically dumped one of my courses that I wasn't really using. So I just recycled those paper and just said grace and said goodbye, because hanging on to that course I was never using. So I got rid of the paperwork, and I got to grab my binder and look at what I've done. So you store your circular needles in there, and so save. Look at how awesome is this. So I got rid of a lot of the packaging, but there's the bamboos. I have actually just happen to have it. So these are sizes that I'm missing. And then, so I just have it in order. So now all my fixed circular needles are organized neatly. And the ones that I've done the most on are these bad boys that I've played with. I've done a blanket. I think I did a blanket with that. So this is how I organize my fixed circular, which I absolutely love. And all I just did was put a hard card in there with sheet protector. And so now my circular needles are organized, and I'm ready to go. So I'm excited about that. I was excited about sharing that with you guys. So let me see what else. So these. So I've gotten. This is a gift. This was a Christmas gift from Murder Knits from Tabitha, along with this yarn. So this yarn that I got was a Christmas gift, so I thought it was fitting. It's from Driftwood. Tabitha from Murder Knits sent me this yarn. See YouTube. Let's get YouTube in here. Okay, Driftwood Farms. Good. And so this yarn is amazing working on it. 4-ply deluxe socks, 85% extra fine merino and 15% nylon. Oh, okay. No wonder why it is nice and stretchy. So I never even looked at the info. So this is a sock yarn. That makes me feel good. That's why it was so stretchy. I thought it was because of my beautiful stitching. So I'm excited to use this. And look at, I asked her how, so this was a, how, I just want to find out. I know she had the information because I asked her about it. Oh, 100 grams, 400 meters. 400 meters, I said, is this enough to make a sock? I was asking Louise, who is the founder of the adventuresofyarn.com. So she said, oh, that's going to be plenty, right? And she's right, because I think I'm over halfway and I still have all this left, which is like literally the same sock. So what I did was, the reason why the colors are slightly different was to make it, I could have broken to split the yarn in half, but I didn't know how much to split, which I figured out how to do from the crazy sock lady, to weigh it while I'm splitting it, which the next time I will do it that way, is to weigh and split it. But so the inside of the the inside of the cone is this darker shade, which is probably where the intensity of the dye took, and the outside of my cake is this lighter shade, which I'm assuming the dye didn't take as well, but probably as a variegation, like it probably would have worked on a bigger project, but being that it's a sock, that's why it's a different shade, which I don't mind wearing. I don't mind different shades or anything like that, so I'm not. But and it ended up helping me because I would if I got lost at what sock I was working on, the first or second, the light and the dark helped me with my beginning and end, so that worked out very, very well. So I'm excited. I'll definitely make another pair of socks with these. And you guys need to stay tuned for next week because I'm not going to say anything yet, but if you maybe, depending on if I finish that, I'm going to show you what I'm working on for next week, which is so exciting. It's for Christmas of 2021, which I had thought of for Christmas of 2021, but now I will actually execute it. I will actually be able to execute it. So I'm so excited. So that's coming up next week if you guys come back to join me. And if you follow me on Instagram or all the other platforms, I will probably I will drop hints, if not make the official announcements, because depending on the timing I finish that. I plan on having finished socks next week, so you can come back and show and see. I'm drinking green tea with honey. If you come back and you'll see the finished socks next week. And that's another reason why I'm also doing this, to share with you guys what I'm working on, is almost like to now that I've shiny light on the things that I'm working on my whips, and not doing it in secret behind the cameras, then I will be more inclined to finish it, because you will see it and then people will ask me about it and how's it going and all that stuff. So it'll help me finish everything better. So the great lesson that I've got today is that my whips are not whips at all. It turns out I only have a handful of, like, not even a handful, 1, 2, and I already finished the other one that you saw in the bag. I finished that infinity, which I didn't even realize I did. I just need to schedule a photo session with my model and have all these finished creations. And oh, you know what? Oh, so a Wened yarn, Tina, I'm not sure what's happened to a Wened yarn, but I am sending her so much love and prayers. I'm sending Tina so much love and prayers because she is on my heart and in my mind, and I'm continuing to send prayers to her. I cannot seem to get a hold of her on the internet, but and I believe from what I'm finding out from friends is that she is healing and recovering, and so I'm sending her all my love and prayers until she comes back and joins us on the internet. And until then, this is a yarn that she sent me that I had no idea what to do with, because, like I said, I've never played with finger weight yarn. But now that I'm a sock maker, woo, I cannot wait to use this beautiful yarn. I cannot wait. This is the perfect, I cannot wait to play with that yarn. This was a gift from Tabitha, the same lady that sent me this wood that I'm making the sock with, sent me this Comfy Cotton Blend by Lion Brand that I'm so excited to try out on, which I think I'll make socks with. So I can no longer say that I'm a scarf maker. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Hold on, let me grab my other bag. I just realized. I'm coming, guys. Yeah. I'm incredibly grateful that the beagles are behaving. Okay, let's just count our gratitude for that the beagles are behaving. I don't know what bag this is from. Basically, I get a lot of, I used to be a handbag hoarder, and I've gotten rid of a lot of handbags over the years, but I've kept a few of my favorites, and this one is storing my project that I had from Tina. So Vone Yarn and Fibers. So this is a finished product. This is a sneak peek, guys. This is a sneak peek. This is a pattern that I am working on with for her. Do you love this infinity? So I just finished that. And so now I have to write up the pattern. And it is crochet. And then it is crochet. And it is the cute, like it is so soft and so fine. It's going to be perfect for the springtime and the summer. It is. And I believe she did give me the information. It was like super fine merino and all that fun stuff. But look at all the leftover yarn. No, it wasn't leftover. So each of these balls made this, like each square. And then what she sent me was a sparkly set and a non-sparkly set. So this scarf is the non-sparkly. This will be the sparkly set. But I'm thinking of just this sparkly set. I'm thinking of just abandoning making another one of these in the sparkly set and just make socks with these little guys. What do you think? Make socks with these little guys? And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm super excited about that. Like she will die when she comes back from the internet, when she returns to the internet and finds out that I'm making socks with her yarn when I didn't know how to do it back then. So I was making scarves. So that is a pattern that I'm working on for her yarn, for that yarn. But I think the remainder of it, I'm going to make socks with, including this one. So what else? What else is back here? What else is back here? I'm going to save this batch for next week because I want to get you her yarn information. So I'm going to save that batch for next week. You guys know that I attempted a crochet bag. So I crocheted it. I learned this bag, no joke. Okay, no joke. I don't think I fully followed the pattern, but I learned this bag watching a YouTube video that was in Chinese or Korean or Japanese. I'm not sure because they all sound the same to me. So I'm literally watching this thing and I'm hearing like it's a foreign language, okay? Whatever you guys hear, I hear it too, okay? Whatever sounds and noise you hear. And I'm watching it and I'm looking at her trying to figure out how she made the bottom, made the sides, but not necessarily this part I could figure out, the crochet part I could figure out. It was I'm storing my zippers in there. It was the lining inside, the lining inside that I wanted to figure out how to make. So that requires a sewing machine. And you know me and Matilda. I love Matilda, but Matilda, my sewing machine, does not love me. So every time we play with each other, we always end up in a fight somehow. But somehow I magically ended up making a liner. And then not only that, but zipped. So with an inside zipped inside in there. So this cute little button thing came in with these zippers that I ordered through, I forget what the company name is, Zipper People, but it's actually really cool. I really like these because I had intended on making a bunch of these, but this ended up being such a long and tedious process, probably because like the socks, instead of me just learning to make one sock at a time, I had to learn how to make two. instead of me making a crochet bag, I had to put a lining in there and figure out how to use zippers and put a bag inside a zipped bag inside there and then do a zip, you know, out. So you know me. This is why I go big or go home, and that's probably why I procrastinate so long too. Because when I do something, when I learn something, I like want to learn it all the way. Like I have to learn all the ways about it so that I can. But I did it only one time, and I can't tell you exactly what I did. Probably if I sit down and rethink it through. So I was gonna put it in the shop, but I was like, because it took forever to just make the one. I ended up just making one, and I kept it for myself, and I stored my zippers in there. So that's that. There's another abandoned project that I was starting. Look at all my stuff. You guys, is this you guys? Do you guys have this problem? Do you have this? I need to. This is why I'm spending 20. This is why I'm just going to devote this YouTube channel to this. I don't know what. So I must have gotten this on clearance. I saw a V and a K. Had to grab it. I don't know what these are. I think these are like embroidered hearts or something. Look at hand wash. I could put tags in there. These are on clearance. I grabbed them from Hobby Lobby. I think I thought I was going to make something fancy with it. Hey, double pointed needle sets. I need to. So you saw how I organized my fixed circulars. So I grabbed all my fixed circulars. They are in that binder, all ready to go. Now my next one is to get all of my straight needles and how to store them and organize them. And clearly these are rogue ones that came from somewhere. I have some pens. Look at that. I have buttons. I have whiteout. I don't know why. I have, oh, look at, oh, a pen, a blue pen. So I have all kinds of stuff. Oh, look at, hold on. Just patience, because they're everywhere. Look at, they're in here. You're always looking for these bad boys. Oh, the tip I learned, don't ever, don't leave them closed. Don't leave them closed. Leave them open so that when you store them, leave them open so that they, when you're ready to use them, you can, they won't lose their strength. So see how you leave it open and it sticks out a little bit so that when you're ready to use it, it's stronger that way. So don't store these with them closed. Store them open. Store them open. And then they last longer. These plastic ones last longer. That's my tip. See, look at that. Just from you joining, that's a valuable tip if you guys have those. I was going to make a handbag out of this. I got a hole puncher, fancy hole puncher. I even have footing for these bags. And then it came to the point where I needed to make a lining, and I was just like, forget it. I was over the lining. So this became an unfinished bag, but it stores my junk, which I have to figure out what to do with that. But look at, so now that I got this, I'm going to put them in where they're all supposed to be. So we're always looking for those stitch markers. So another tip that I have to share with you guys, this is a jam pack. I got this pouch from a friend, an ex-friend a long time ago, who no longer wanted to be my friend, and this was my first internet heartbreak. This was my first internet breakup heartbreak. I was so close to this human on the internet, and then she just broke up with me. That was years ago, but I still love her bag, and I still enjoy her gift, and because she embroidered my VKDTBO. So in this bag, so here's how I store all of my stitch markers. So I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to stick that in there. And I did not listen to my rule, so all these plastic ones are closed, which I'm going to open now that I finished telling you guys, because I learned that tip. And then it keeps these plastics stronger. I'm going to do that now while I'm here. And then these bulbs. So these bulbs are pretty awesome, and I'm so glad that I got them because so Crazy Sock Lady said that what she does is when she makes her vanilla socks, which I haven't made her vanilla socks, probably I'll try some of those when I do the next one to make like have to make them faster and easier. Although this Rylan with the stitching is really not hard at all because the stitch markers helped you. So I had these stitch markers there, and then I got rid of them because it kept popping out, right? Because I thought I could follow the pattern fine, and then I did a couple rows like that, and then I had to keep frogging it because I ignored the pattern. So it turns out you need stitch markers. So stitch markers help you blindly and methodically, like it tells you where your next step is so that you change it. And I was, what is the word? I actually thought I love making vanilla socks. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. So I'm definitely going to try that. Hey, Tammy. So glad you're here. Oh, Tammy. Tammy is you are the right Tammy, right? I don't know how many Tammys I know. You are the sock expert, aren't you? She knits socks, right? Tammy, is that you? She knits socks on Instagram. Unless there's two Tammys in my life. But so what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, so she uses those bulbs to mark off every 10. And so I'm excited to use that to try that method and mark off every couple rows. Yes. Oh, she knits socks. You guys go follow her on Instagram because she literally knits a billion socks. I've been drooling over her page forever, and I kept her in my back pocket as a friend because I knew one day I was going to take over the world and I was going to need Tammy's help when I did so, because she makes socks 24/7. And her socks are gorgeous, all different colors, just gorgeous. And now I just found out that Tammy dyes her own yarn too, which is amazing. I love knowing yarn people. Can I tell you that? I love having yarn friends. Yarn friends make great companions for knitter and a crocheter like me. So if you are a yarn person, come be my friend, guys. I'm open to your friendship. And then I can send me your stuff so I can create stuff with it. So this is how I store my stitch markers, which I have plenty more. When I organize them, I will add them in there, and maybe one day I'll show you all. So Ellie May, so I realized that I was I saw I had a couple of these. So Ellie from Sengo Farms, this just hit me right now. I'm gonna do a giveaway, guys. I'm gonna do a giveaway. So if you guys, I was gonna use it and keep it because I love all things, but I'm also gonna try to be generous this year, and I'm gonna try to be generous this year, guys, and not keep all the awesome things to myself. Although this one really does break my heart. I really love this thing, but I'm going to do a giveaway. Come on YouTube, leave a comment, and leave a comment, and I will enter you in this giveaway so that you can get these awesome stitch markers that Ellen has made with Senko Farms. How's that sound? Does that sound cool? Does that sound cool? Giveaway? And I will announce the winner next week. So go leave a comment, and then I will pick your name from it, and then you will win the stitch marker. And I will even include the everybody that comments live. I'm going to enter you twice. And then so anybody that comments underneath, I will enter one time after. So all week long, comment. Your name goes in the bin. I'm going to, and then I'm going to do a giveaway. I'll pick out the winner at the end. And I'm glad to, oh, wait, look at. So that's the first start. I just thought about this right now. I just thought about this right now. So I'm going to do a giveaway. So you can win this. Leave a comment at the below and enter your name and anybody that comments during my live. So you're going to want to join the lives is probably what I'm trying to tell you. You're going to want to join the lives. And then, don't worry, Instagram, you're a part of it too. So, all right. Tammy says, thank you, Vone. I'm glad to have a sock knitter friend. Yes. And if you need more friends, go join adventureswithyarn.com and be a member there. And it's too late to sign up for Sock Sanity 2021, but I'm sure she's going to have a bunch of more contests. But I'm even going to host a contest in there. I'm going to host a knit along contest in there with prizes and all that stuff. I have to plan it out. I have to figure it out. I didn't realize that this was an opportunity or a choice to do so. So I just realized that on Instagram from the angle you could see my pants and it's sparkly. I just caught a glimpse of that. So this is for the giveaway this week. I'm gonna give these away. Thank you, Ellen, for gifting me these, and it's probably a good thing for somebody that I didn't use them yet, but they are absolutely gorgeous. So it does pain me to give these away, but I want to spread the love. I want to spread the love. So let's do that. And then I'm going to put this back. Oh my gosh. And then what is it? Oh, we're going to wrap up. Perfect. So join me next week. This is the new VK Dare to Be original podcast. So we're going to start this format. I'm going to show you all the things that I'm working on. I'm going to share any tips and tricks. If you have any questions, this is where you want to come and ask me. So if you find me, and then go join that. Go join adventureswithyarn.com, and then go follow me in that group. I have a VK Dare to Be Original podcast group at adventureswithyarn.com, and that's where I'm going to spend my energy and my creativity on. So when I get canceled everywhere, that's where I'm going to be, guys. If I get canceled anywhere, that's where I'm going to be. And I'm going to run my contest there. I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm going to have a knit along, crochet along, a make along, a create along. Oh, here, while I have you here. Oh, so here's an awesome thing. So I got this magnetic thing at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I just thought it was awesome because it does patterns, right? So it's metal, and then the magnets are there, and then it tells you the stitch marker. So this magnet holds where it's at. This ruler that came with is magnetic, and then this strip is probably to tell you what line it's on. So I've had this for a while, but because I don't read patterns, I've never gotten to use it. It was actually hanging right up there on my corkboard, and then I got to do this knit along, and I was like, I had to follow a pattern, so I printed this out, and then I realized I'm like, oh, I get to use this magnetic thing, which was awesome. So I was able to like guide it, so it was pretty cool that I got to use that, and it actually really came in handy. But let me show you what I also cross stitch. So I'm in the middle of this right now. This is a gift from my model who had just gotten married last July. I can't even remember. With COVID, it was whenever they lifted everything to half capacity, and it was an outdoor wedding. And she was supposed to get married at the beginning of the year, and then COVID hit, so everything got postponed. And then whenever they lifted everything, so I can't remember, July or August. But I still need to finish making their cross stitch. Wait till you see. Now that I'm showing it to you, you can follow along and see how long I've progressed. So, where does time go? So little time, so much to make, so little time. Isn't that our pains? Well, it's a first world problem right here. It's the year of knit alongs for me. Yes, me too. I'm so happy to be creating again. And I was like, I don't want to abandon, like I said, I'm still going to say the hard things. I'm still going to say all the hard things when I need to say the hard things, because let's be honest. This world is bat poop crazy right now. This world is bat poop crazy right now. So I'm still going to say all the hard things, but I'm going to do it while still loving yarn. I was either loving yarn and blocking out the crazy world, or or focusing on the crazy world and then forgetting that I loved yarn. So now I'm just going to fuse the two, and that's what this channel is going to be all about. So stay along for the ride, guys. Stay along for the ride. It's going to be so much fun. But yeah, while speaking of bat poop crazy, I would so many things. I don't even know. So I learned, I don't know what the heck is going on with the royal family, and I truthfully don't care. The only royalty that I follow is King Jesus. So King Jesus' family is the royalty family that I follow. But on a crazy side note, I'll just make a real quick thing. Is this lady, Meghan Markle, is this lady, this TV star that married an actual live prince, trying to convince the world right now that she is marginalized and uh, being discriminated against? Is that is it? Are we? Is that what we're supposed to believe right now? Is this human married to a real life prince at a disadvantage in the world? Is that where we're at right now? A victim, a victim. That's what. Is she painting herself as a victim? So that's just my comment right there. That's just my quick 2 cent comment about the royal family. The other thing is, I heard this week that they are trying to get rid of the words mom and dad, and they're teaching your children, that the words mom and dad are not good, and they're trying to cancel those 2 words, mom and dad, because it is a. Oh, you talked about. I'll have to go check it out. Deplorable Knitter DP is saying they addressed that royal family. So yeah, she's nutty, and Ann and I talk about it on the episode this week. Okay, we'll definitely check it out. That's what I love, pairing my live and then going over and watching an episode of Politically Incorrect Knitters. Go check them out. That's an awesome YouTube channel. So they're going to address the royal family there better. So I did get that assessment correctly. Yeah, you've got to be nuts. You've got to be bat poop crazy if you married a real life prince and you're trying to convince America right now, or trying to convince the world that you are at a disadvantage somehow. Or that's a first world problem. That is the ultimate first world problem right there. I thought I had some first world problems, but her problem is the ultimate first world problem. Yeah, and so yeah, I just found out that your children are being taught that the words mom and dad are offensive. So they're trying to cancel the words mom and dad because they're offensive. Who are they offending? You can guess. I don't want to touch it on YouTube because they'll cancel me right out. You mess with that group of people and they're done. I think they're worse. They're worse than BIPOC. It's crazy. They're worse. They're worse than that group. They're worse than BLM. Crazy. But yeah, so that's how our world is right now. You should have seen the signs back then years ago when they were trying to cancel Merry Christmas. We thought the world was bat poop crazy then when they were trying to cancel the word Merry Christmas. And now we're canceling the words mom and dad. Holy cow. And Parent, I just found out Parent magazine had like 6 covers that had like 2 dads and a kid, mom and a kid, working mom and a kid, 2 moms and a kid, all the moms, 5 moms and a kid. But there was never one cover that had a mom and a dad and a kid on Parent magazine. If you don't know what this attack is all about, our world, bat poop crazy. Crazy. So you guys got lucky this time that I front loaded the video with all the creative stuff and then I back loaded it with the crazy stuff. There are some days that I might front load with the crazy and then back load with the yarn, but it's going to be a mix of everything because it is the Dare to Be Original channel you guys are watching. All right. Thanks. What an amazing hour. I knew I was going to be talking a lot because I had so many things. I had so many things to say. So the big lesson, you guys, all the whips that I thought that I was I've been beating and berating myself over all these years. Turns out they were not whips. They were projects that I started. I did not like it the way it was turning out, or I learned the stitch and I no longer wanted to pursue it. So I stopped and I removed the yarn, and all I have to do is recake the yarn and come up with a better creation. So those are whips, are no longer whips. So my list of 40 turned out to be less than in my hand. So I am one of those awesome people that have less than one hand of whips. And I'm trying very hard to stay that way because I can, believe me, I can go back crazy and start all the socks that I want, but come back next week because I am, oh my God. When you see next week, it's for next year's, it's for 2021 Christmas. I wanted to do it and I didn't think it was possible, but last night at 11:30, I figured out that it's actually possible, and I'm going to share it all next week. So come back. Until next time, God bless, guys. Thanks for joining. Leave a comment, and you could enter and get this beautiful stitch marker. How many is there in the set? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stitch markers with 1 adjustable. Wow, you really thought of everything, Ellen. This is so cute. This is so cute. Did you have another one? Did you give me more than one? I really like this one. I really like this one. Oh, yeah, this one hurts. I grabbed the wrong one. Actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Ellen, you're the best. There is this red set. There is this one, which is my favorite, but if the winner chooses this one, you can have it. There is another teal one, which is the one I've been showing you. There's a black and white, charm one. This is like really, this is probably my speed too. But if you, let me see if I can focus. Will it focus or is it the glare? There we go. There we go. You could choose that one. I'll take pictures for the winner, or this earthy red and brown one. You could pick one of these to the winner, and then this way I won't force the teal one on you, which happens to be my favorite, and I have an opportunity to keep it. And so I will. So one winner I'm going to pick for next week. I'm going to pick it next week. So enter this week. I'm going to pick it next week, and the people that comment in the live get 2 entries, and because I want you guys to join me live. It's more fun that way. So grab your knitting stuff, come back 9 a.m. Saturday, and I'm too funny. What am I funny about? There's a lot of funny things to talk about. All right. God bless, guys. See you next week. Bye.